called the Galleria, and we just happened to let her go shopping there.
Now it all makes sense. I was wondering. I was trying to put two and two together there, and I was having a hard time.
Yeah, it was kind of a running joke
and it is a funny one. It's a good one. So, you do free estimates.
Yes, we do. The initial consultation on a landscape bid, sometimes they can get pretty in-depth.
So you'll do it from scratch?
Yeah, we will. We'll come out and consult with you and see what you have in mind. And if it's just a small little job, we won't charge anything for an estimate for that. But if you're unsure about what you want and you need some professional advice and things like that, then we will charge a fee up front. And if you end up hiring us to do the job, we will credit that towards the price of the job.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
that's a good way to do it. Too many people do too many things for free.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And back when I first started in the business, I learned that the hard way. I'd spend hours working on somebody's design, and then
everybody wants something for free.
Yeah.
Well, then
they do it themselves.
Or they'd hire the neighborhood kid to put my design in, and I kind of learned the hard way that we don't do that no more.
Right. Yeah, that is painful. I hate when that happens. So since you're both family men, we're going to talk about Mother's Day a little bit, and then we'll give you the chance to come back to your businesses at the end of the show. Do you go shopping for your Mother's Day presents for your wife, for your kids?
Or do you do it together?
When she was little, yes, absolutely. I took my daughter out. Now she just basically tells me, Dad, this is what I spent. This is what I want to get.
So how old is she?
She's 22.
Oh, yeah, she's old enough to do it.
So she's not little anymore.
Does she tell you to put the name on the card at least?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I had she very much is her mother's daughter, and make sure that I have everything all done right.
There you go. It's nice
That's
to have
good,
a daughter
though.
like that.
So what goes around comes around. You took care of her all that time. Now she's helping you. That's fair enough, isn't it? Even the ninja that you are needs good Mother's Day advice. So what is the best present you ever bought your wife on for Mother's Day?
That's a tough one. I try to top. Actually, her favorite one, and it sounds funny, but to her, it was her absolute favorite. Is I bought her a softball bat.
Does she play softball?
Yep, she plays softball.
Well, then that is a good present.
It was something that she never would have bought herself, and she was just tickled when she got it, and she still talks about it to this day.
Oh, and how many years ago was it?
Probably before I started brewing.
Wow, so
she still talks about it. But about 4 years ago, she had to stop because of her knee.
Oh, doggone it!
But still passionate.
She did pretty good though. Played all that time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. She played all the way through from junior high on.
So, did you think of that present yourself?
Absolutely. I love buying things for my wife that she'll never buy for herself.
Those are the best presents, the ones that you won't buy yourself, but you long for them.
Yeah.
What about you, Gil? Do you do everything yourself? What's your tradition, your family Mother's Day tradition?
I will consult with the other two children and get their ideas, which usually aren't much.
Now wait until they get a little bit older, and then they're going to get the gift and give you the card and say, "Put your name on this, Dad."
How old are they?
I can't wait for that day.
When
16 and 18.
Oh, so did you used to go shopping with them when they were little?
They're not big on shopping, but I would, ask them about some ideas and stuff, and then they would say, "Well, just go get this, Dad," or whatever, and.
Just go get
I'd rather
this.
have you do it,
yeah. So they kind of pawned it off on me, so to speak, and so I guess whatever.
But you didn't mind?
No, not at all. No,
because you guys are a really cute couple.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, and really cute kids. So I'm sure that you were just tickled to go. And so, what is the best present you ever got?
I would. I guess I don't know that for sure, but I'm going to say I buy her these Pandora charms.
Oh,
and they just have some fabulous charms, and
they do.
And they've got some that really have a lot of deep meaning to them because of our situation with our daughter that passed away. And I think it may have been one of the butterfly charms that I've gotten her, and it was really special to her, and so that's I kind of judge that that maybe it might have been her favorite gift.
Yeah. Those ones that they tear up, like I'm sure she teared up over that bat.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't cheer up too much, but yeah,
I
usually
bet
it
she
involves
did.
baseball or softball.
Yeah. That's really cute. You know, it's so nice, and I'm sure that you would agree with this when you get a present, like a Father's Day present, if you get something that you knew that you wanted, but you didn't know that they knew that you wanted. Those are really cool presents, or something that brings a memory like that butterfly. Did you think about that all on your own?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, really. I mean, just the whole butterfly thing.
She's got a theme going.
Yeah, in our support group, butterflies and dragonflies are really big in our support group.
So that's cool.
Yeah,
very meaningful gifts.
Yeah, and the whole Pandora thing is really cool because she's got everything she really wants or whatever. So when you can buy something that she really likes and she wears it and utilizes it, that gives me some satisfaction too.
Right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I bet you feel good when you see it. Yeah, I bet it does. So, what was, when your kids were little, what it was one of your favorite memories with them, with her?
Oh, there's always so many. Some of my favorites, like going to the beach, of course. Going to the beach.
Okay.
Canoeing for the first time with the family. It was pretty interesting. I ended up walking probably 4 miles, dragging a canoe. So I'm not sure if my daughter thinks it's a good memory, but I'm never going to forget it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a dad thing.
Mom and the daughter in the canoe, and I'm just walking along and pulling the canoe and
with them in the canoe.
With them in the canoe. Yep. I couldn't. If it tipped one more time, nobody was ever going to forgive me. So.
Oh, was this on the rifle?
Yes, it was on a rifle on a Saturday with a 6-year-old. So
oh my God!
That was probably not the best time, but.
That's too funny. I can picture that. Yeah. Did you get sunburn on top of it?
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Yeah. just to my top of my shoulders, where they were exposed all day.
I don't think anybody gets away from those all-day trips at the rifle without getting sunburned. Those are a mandatory thing.
So I see you poured us a second beer. Which one is this?
Well, you have the second beer, honey. I have the first beer, and I'm on my third glass. But thanks a lot for that.
I drank mine pretty fast. I was thirsty.
You made the mistake, though.
I have a question for the guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, I think that if I pick out my own gift, I'm going to like it. Does that let my husband off the hook, or does it hurt his feelings? If I go by it and say, this is what you got.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that sometimes.
I prefer that.
Okay. That
way we know we know you're happy.
Okay. Because I do that all the time. The first 2 years we were married, he'd bring home the ugliest thing ever.
Oh, dear.
And I would say, okay. And then it's like, he paid a lot for it. It's like, you got to take it back because I really don't like it.
Oh, so Sandy, you're never going to get
like
a gift from him again.
Patchwork leather purse. That's not me. That was a pretty bad gift.
Oh.
So, but that's a good thing, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I hate to say this, but I often do that. Or, in fact, I already told Steve what I wanted for Mother's Day. But when the kids were little, they used to go shopping with Dad and pick out stuff. I used to get a lot of toilet water colognes that were just so gross. And they'd say, Mom, why don't you wear it? And I'd have to wear it, around the house. But, it was bad.
Couldn't you dump some out in the sink when they're not looking?
I didn't think of that.
Oh.
One of them would have noticed. One of them probably was drawing lines on the bottle.
Yeah.
And then one year I got a pair. It was right before some kind of honey. What do you hunt in the summer? Is there anything that you hunt in the summer?
Small game or?
Small game, turkey, springtime.
Yep.
Well, what about
Squirrel.
is quail or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, birds.
Okay, I think that's what it was because we had a bird dog. And one year I got a pair of binoculars for Mother's Day.
Oh,
And then my ex asked me if he could borrow them to go hunting. That was the worst Mother's Day present I ever got.
That's cute.
And that's why we call him the ex.
You know what to do for these guys, right? This is a warning.
Do you still have the binoculars, though?
No. They brought he wore them. No. Binoculars, I'll give you binoculars. No, I think I left those when I left. But that was bad. That was a bad Mother's Day present. So don't ever do that, kids.
Right.
And then one year I got 3 Jawbreakers.
Oh,
They were delicious.
Yes.
And they were all flavors that I liked. Grape, cherry, and lemon.
Yummy.
So that was a good gift.
I got sweet tarts one year.
Sweet tarts are delicious.
But they were with the...
See, you guys should be taking notes. Jawbreakers, sweet tarts, but not binoculars.
Not binoculars.
But when you have candy like that, it's from kids that are 5 years old and they're going into the store to buy mom and dad or mom a gift for the first time or whatever. And this is something they're picking out. So
it's so meaningful. Yeah, it's very meaningful.
It's the thought that counts.
I really like this beer. This is my kind of beer here.
That is what the Cherry Torchon. It's a Belgian Pale Ale. So it's got a little bit of fruity character just from the yeast itself. And then we add Michigan Tart cherries.
It does. You can really tell the cherries in that one.
It's very refreshing.
Almost wine-like.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like almost, this is good deck sitting beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Deck.
Ducks too. Hey,
Yeah.
ducks like beer.
And you can look at them through binoculars. Drinking beer.
Yes.
Very funny. So, did you ever just get flowers for Mother's Day?
My wife's not a big fan of flowers because they die. She'd rather just have the money for the flowers.
Right. Right.
Practical woman.
And unless it's more something for the yard or things like that.
Right, that you can plant. Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Those are kind I like too.
Yeah, I mean, she says that they're nice every once in a while, but something that's around more. Yeah.
I think most practical women feel like that. Although it's really nice to get a bouquet of flowers for no reason.
Absolutely.
Or just, I love that. So all of my tulips are blooming. I'm going to go back and forth here. That would be a really pretty Mother's Day bouquet, wouldn't it? Big bouquet of tulips.
Oh, I love tulips.
Oh, they're beautiful. You should see mine. They are absolutely beautiful. So now when they die, which is so sad, that because they don't last that long, and that big storm I was afraid was going to get them, but luckily it didn't. So now they're going to die, and all the bulbs, I leave the bulbs in the ground all year. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
And I know that you can't cut the stems and stuff off until they turn brown because they're growing underground, right?
Yeah, they're actually still producing energy to send back down to the bulbs in the root system.
So do the roots get bigger, or do they become more tulips?
They actually spread out, yeah.
So year after year, I'm going to get more and more tulips.
Yes.
And is that true with irises and all bulbs?
Not all of them. There's a rule that everything's never all in the plant world, but a lot of them.
So that's good news. You should drive by and see them. They're really pretty. Yeah, do a drive-by tulip sighting.
I will do.
Do you have binoculars?
I do, but I did not buy them for my wife.
Smart man. That's good. So after first there's like hyacinths bloom.
Yeah, and they last about 2 days.
Yeah, but they smell so heavenly,
and they're beautiful for
have
the
you ever
2 days.
Oh, they are. Have you ever smelled a hyacinth?
They're so nice.
Oh, the
you
fragrance.
Blink and you miss them.
Yeah, that's the sad part. And then there's daffodils. They last a little bit longer.
But they don't have the scent. They don't have the scent that the hyacinth does. I mean,
no.
The hyacinth fills up the house. The daffodils do not.
Right. And tulips don't have much of a scent either, and they last a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. So is there something that I should do once they're all like when I cut off that brown, when they're brown leaves, I just go like that when they're ready to pull out. Is there something I should do? Should I be putting something down there to help them, or just let them go?
Most generally, they'll hold their own. You can let them go, but you can always give them a light fertilizer.